Good morning to you. For those of you guys that are new here, my name is Martha Krejci. If you're not sure who I am, no big deal. I'm a business growth expert. What we are doing in my business with my family and everybody, what we're doing, you guys, is we're ending poverty. Now, the way in which we're ending poverty is we are teaching families how to be able to grow high profit margin, like 85 to 95% profit margin businesses from home. Okay, so you can imagine how that changes everything. All right. And not only are they building those high profit margin businesses from home, but they're building them with things that they already know and things that they're already passionate about and ways that they'd be able to serve their own community. Okay, you guys? Oh, and also without ads. So there's that. Hi, I'm Martha. That's what I'm doing. And that program that I'm talking about there, that's called HBR, okay? Home-Based Revolution. Let me go ahead and put this up super quick. If you want to jump in, it is half off until we get, so we're putting up an e-commerce site for all of our students, okay? Our students are going to be able to put their services up there and their programs and that sort of thing. So whenever you're in HBR, and you're developing these things that you're going to then serve your community with, I'm also going to help you by bringing people in to buy stuff from you, okay? That is my, well, for you to serve, not just buy your stuff, because we don't just sell crap. Okay, I'm going to bring people in to buy your stuff so they can be served by you. That's another extension of HBR that we are creating right now. Basically, we're always adding on, adding on, adding on. So with HBR, you buy it once and you're in it for life. So it doesn't matter how long it takes for your own personal trajectory for success. It makes no difference. You're in it for life. I'm here with you. We do weekly group coaching calls every single week. You get that for life. Okay, just so you know. It's a really big deal. Anyway, it's half off right now until the e-commerce site is live. So what you would do is you would go over to Livin the Dream with Martha, my Facebook business page, message me the words case study, rainbows and unicorns, whatever you want to message me, makes no difference. And we will have a chat and you'll likely join. If you don't, no big deal, but understand that most people that don't join do still come back in 6 months. Join then, and know that at that point, it's going to be like 80% more because the price is going up. So heads up. But they'll come back in 6 months and then they'll say, man, I wish I would have done this in the first place. And so just so you know, I'm not like trying to push you or anything. I'm just saying I hear that a lot. Okay, so let me go ahead and get rid of this. If you are watching this on the YouTubes, you're going to click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. If you're watching somewhere else, at the end of this video, go over to YouTube, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. Because people win things. Once a week, you guys, people that are both subscribed to the YouTube channel and comment on YouTube videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment on YouTube videos. One person every single week is picked. And then they win something. Okay, so there is that. And finally, we've got a premiere Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The premiere this week is Are Entrepreneurs Born or Bred? Are they born or bred? And the beauty of the premiere is that I get to be in the comment section with you, hanging out with you, chit-chatting with you, right? I get to hang out with you guys. You can ask me questions and we can just goof off. Makes no difference. Last Friday was really fun. But yeah, let me get rid of that. Let me say hello to some of you guys. Let's see. All right. Good morning, Nancy, Carolyn. Wait, let me get you up here. And Carolyn. Morning, Michelle and Cindy. Good morning, Kat, LaShonda. Missy, good morning, beautiful friend. Good morning to you. Carrie, good morning. Carolyn, ETA on e-commerce site. I need to get stuff made. We have a meeting on the 10th. We have a delivery meeting on the 10th from the people that are making it. But that doesn't mean it's going to be live on it will not be live on the 10th. That's the first delivery. That means we look at it, we make changes, that sort of thing. So it's not going to be long, but that's the first delivery meeting that we're having is the 10th. It was going to be the 30th. It was going to be last Friday, but there were enough people out on vacation that we couldn't have a good meeting about it. So we're going to do it on the 10th instead. Just to be fully transparent. Lorna, good morning. Andrew, hashtag winning. Leslie, happy Monday. Devery, let's do it again. Boom. Misty, good morning. Sarah, good morning, Martha. Big Think is legit. My mind has been blown all weekend. Brand new day and my new mindset. You guys, if you're not in Big Think, you need to be in Big Think. Here are the things about Big Think. First of all, it goes up. I always do this. I always do this. You guys know I always do this. Because people have been still signing up at half price this morning. And I'm like, well, I don't want to put it up to full price. They're still signing up at half price. Like, I don't want to just shut it down and then somebody has to pay full price, you know? So I'm going to keep it until midnight tonight. Sign up by midnight tonight, okay? And you sign up. The link is Martha E. Krejci. Martha E. Krejci, if somebody wants to type it in, marthaekrejci.com/bigthink. marthaekrejci.com/bigthink. We're going to be adding, somebody asked me last week if the additional things that we're going to be adding, because we're adding not just, so Big Think is already live. There's also, we're creating Big Think Teens, Big Think Kids, Big Think Women, Big Think Family. The whole concept behind this is that everybody in your family should be served this way. Everybody in your family should be taught how to think. How to be able to think and become, not just how to, that sounds so like, understand I'm not being condescending. It sounded a little condescending, and I want to make sure that you understand that I'm not doing that. We're not taught how to think like this. We're not. We're taught the opposite. We're taught how to be limited. We're taught how to not grow into our potential, to not even know what our potential is. We're taught to blame other people when things don't work out instead of taking responsibility ourselves, right? And making things happen. Everything for me hasn't been rainbows and butterflies. I took responsibility. If something didn't work, I took responsibility. I took the bull by the horns and I was like, all right, here's how it's going to work, right? Here's how I choose. Here's what I choose in this. Here's what I choose in this. I never was like, man, you didn't. What you told me wasn't true. I figured out the truth and stuff. You guys, that's what we do. We figure out the truth in things. And we all have that capability. And so what Big Think is it shows you literally how to be able to think. It shows you how to be able to create this world. People are like, how in the world are you doing what you're doing? Like people, especially like people that I used to work with or I used to go to school with or whatever. They're like, what is going on with you? I'm making choices. And I'm standing behind them and I'm staying steadfast in my choice. And that's not something you can just tell someone to do. You have to learn how to apply it and how to stay with it and how to stay in it. You have to learn that. And that's what I'm teaching you in Big Think. It's not concepts that are new, right? Personal development has been around for a long time. Like Napoleon Hill was like the great granddaddy. I love Napoleon Hill, okay? Think and Grow Rich. Outwitting the Devil. Fantastic. Okay? Laws of Success. Napoleon Hill was boss. And a lot of what you see, The Secret and all sorts of things, a lot of what you see these days, you guys, is just a different turn on what Napoleon Hill said. And Napoleon Hill didn't even derive that himself. He gave the glory to God and he said, this is a truth that all successful people like the Carnegies, the Rockefellers, all of the successful people in the world at that time, it was what he saw as a common denominator for all of those people. Okay? And this comes down to our mind. And so the thing is Napoleon Hill's books are 300 to 600 pages each. And written in not old English, but not necessarily easy to understand English. So what I've done with Big Think is I have been doing this for 15 to 20 years, guys. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. Mentally speaking, I stayed strong. But the way that I did that was through the stuff that I was reading and how I applied it into my life. And so what I do for you guys in Big Think is I have taken all of that I have learned, and then I say, here's what it meant to me. Here's how I apply it in my own life. Here's how I use this and have actually made it work for myself. So it's not just, hey, well, let's Netflix and binge Martha. It's like, watch the video, do the thing. I give you the actual application, the stuff you're going to do every day. Okay? That's what Big Think is. And so whenever somebody asked me last week, well, for Big Think, are you going to be, having separate programs for Big Think teens, kids, women, family? And what I said was, if I was anybody else on the planet, I would charge different amounts. I would create separate programs because I could, but I'm not. And if you want to know why I'm not, it's because I need for it to be accessible to you and your entire family. So when you buy into Big Think, you get all of that. Whenever those are released, they will just automatically be popped into the Learning Center right alongside Big Think. Big Think goes up to 2x the price, so it's half price right now. It goes up at midnight tonight. MarthaEKrejci.com/BigThink. People have been taking it already and are blown away. This is important. This is really, really important. It's the determining factor. It's the deciding factor between if you can or you can't do something. It all breaks down to belief. It all breaks down to whether you believe that you can or you believe that you can't, right? And so what if you lived in a world that you believed you could do anything? Then you could. But I can't just tell you to believe in it because it's not that easy. It's something that we have to stay diligent at. Our mind, when we're creating these new synapses, whenever we're creating these new, it's a reticular activating system. I'm not going to get all geeky or anything. But whenever we create these new cycles, self-perpetuating cycles in our brain, we have to stay with it or they'll go back to the old thing. That's what I'm saying. You can't just one day say, I want to do this, and the next day fall back and be like, it didn't work for me. You didn't stay with it. It's not that it doesn't work. You didn't stay with it. Most of this is you. All I can do is tell you how to do it. I can't do it for you, but I can make it as easy as possible. And that's what I do with both HBR and creating your income streams around yourself. I make it as easy as possible. Simple, easy, doesn't require money as possible. But I can't do it for you. And I can't do your mindset stuff for you either. But I can make it as easy as possible. That's all I got. I would think by now, if you're watching me, you'd trust me enough to know that I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, MarthaEKrejci.com/BigThink. Let me see. Oh my word. Where are we at? Oh my gosh, it's 14 minutes in. So let me see. I love hanging out with Martha. Aw, shucks. Shucks. Good morning, you guys. I see more of you. Cindy, I didn't think I needed Big Think. At first, I'm a positive, confident person. I can tell you now, if that's you, you are limiting yourself by thinking that we all need this. That is what has made me a successful person. Is by not just resting, thank you for saying that, Cindy, by not just resting back on the fact that I'm already positive, I'm already happy, I'm already upbeat, I should be good. I continue my growth despite where I sit. I read books all the time, you guys. I consume this stuff like crazy. And where I'm at, a lot of people would be like, you're probably done. You probably could just be done now. But I'm not. Because I can't be, because what I do is I show up for you. And if I don't keep going, what does that do to you? Right? We can't ever be okay with where we are. You grow or you die. It is the law of the universe. If you're not growing, you're dying. We have to continue growing, and you are going to surprise yourself when you continue to do it. Don't look at me and think, man, she's just got it easy. She does not got it easy. She did not have it easy. There's a lot of people that knew me 15 years ago that are now looking at me like, what is going on with you? How did you do this? I was relentless in my own personal development. I was relentless in taking care of my mind and living in a place that I was going to be, even if I didn't see it, living by faith. You want to know how to live by faith? You take Big Think. Watch that. Anywho, I got something to talk about this morning. Okay. So what is the topic? I know the topic. Give me just a second. There's no gatekeeper to your success. Well, this makes sense with what I'm saying. I just kind of wanted to tell a story here. You know how, well, back in the day when we used to apply for jobs, and some of us still are, and that's fine. But whenever I used to apply for jobs, I remember, like, I would look at a job description and I would think, I would be perfect for that. I would do a fantastic job at that. I would crush. But then the very next thought that would enter my head would be, but is the person that I'm talking to going to know that? How do I show the person that I'm talking to that I can crush this, right? And then not just that, but how can I show the person that I'm talking to that I can crush this, but not freak them out and make them not want to hire me because they would be offended at how good I am. They won't be afraid for their own job because they know how I'm going to show up. That always went through my mind. Like, how can I get this job? And then how can I make sure that the person that I'm talking to isn't going to be like offended by me and not want to hire me just simply because then I'm going to make them step up their own game. That was my life. And I think it is why I didn't get hired a couple times. Maybe it wasn't, but I'm pretty sure it was. I'm here to share with you that the beauty of what I teach in HBR, you guys, is that there is no gatekeeper. There's nobody you have to get past in order to be successful. Because those jobs were good jobs, cushy jobs, high-paying jobs, right? I'm like, man, I just need to impress this one person or these few people I have to interview with, right? What are they looking for? But the beauty of HBR is that you don't have a gatekeeper. The only possible gatekeeper is your own mind. And that ain't nothing. After you go through Big Think, then it's like, it's not only not the gatekeeper, it's the person that's like opening both doors for you, saying, come in stat, right? Here's the red carpet. Photographers, right? I just want for you guys to hear that. I want for you to understand that. Is that you don't need anybody's approval to show up in your world. That there's not one single person on the planet that needs to say, I'll allow it. Nobody. Just show up. And if you're putting that on somebody in your life, what I mean by that is this. if you're allowing somebody in your life to make you feel like they need to approve what you do first, listen to that sentence, if you are allowing someone in your life to make you feel like they have that control, that's on you. And you can cut that off whenever you need to, which I would say would be right now. Nobody decides whether it's okay for you to show up or not. Your people are here. They need you right now. Lydia, one of my students / friends, sent me a thing yesterday and also posted it online and said, it was something along, this is paraphrasing, something along the lines. It was from Miles Monroe. It was something along the lines of, we are all here as God's answer to a problem that is happening today. Right now. And we've all got different gifts, right? We've all got different things that we've come here with. But we're all here as an answer to something that's going on in the world. And you might be like, Martha, there's a lot of us. Are you sure we're all here for that? I'm 100% sure. Yes, we are. Even if you were to say, well, I do this thing and so do all these other people. The market is saturated. Bleh. It's limiting beliefs. I don't believe it. You're not going to convince me of your limiting beliefs. Okay? Period. You can go try to convince yourself, your friends, your family, and then you can all wallow around in being upset. You're not going to convince me of any limiting beliefs. I know it's all hogwash. I know that it's false. My challenge to you is for you to realize that it's false as well, and for you to show up as the solution that you're here to show up as, because that's your job. It's also your path to blessings. It's your path to doing what you want to do. It's your path to living an inspired life. And so, no, I'm not going to accept your limitations. I'm not going to accept you saying, well, I can't. Blah. That's your choice. If you can't, you choose. What do you choose instead? Because you already chose that you can't. Now you can make a new choice. That doesn't have to be your always and forever and ever amen choice. But what's your new choice? Because you can. You can do it better than anybody else on the planet. But you have to step into it. What questions do you guys have? Yes, that's really good, Joy. Joy said it's also very unfair to that person. Sometimes they don't even know you're looking to them for approval, and it can lead to resentment. Joy, that's so good. That's profound. Everybody look at that. Everybody look at that. Allowing, that's the key word. No one has the power over how I feel unless I give it to them. Boom. Leslie, is there group coaching in Big Think? There is not. It does not need group coaching. It's fully contained in what it is. Fully contained. I'm happy to talk about it in Diamond Lane. I'm happy to talk about it, but it doesn't require group coaching. Michelle, behold, we are made new. Boom. Nicole, you're not going to convince me of your limiting beliefs. That's right. You're not. You ain't. Misty, mind blown. No one is holding me back but me. There it is, you guys. Oh, Caitlin, here we go. This is somebody who's known me for a long time. Caitlin, yes, 15 years ago today is like night and super bright day. It's crazy. Martha has changed so much, but in the best, most successful way ever. Total change, girl. I love you. Truth. This testament to how we show up, testament to how we control our minds, it's that. Okay, I'm over 20 minutes. Man, every time. I love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.